Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So today's video, we're going to talk about AI and how the government is starting to weigh in. Now, the United States government, that is starting to weigh in on AI pretty early in the game. I thought they were going to wait a little longer till some horrendous shit happens and then turn around and go, what do we do? They are actually, for a change, being proactive, which no government agency ever does, but the United States is now taking the actions of figuring out what to do with AI, being that so many nefarious things has happened in a short amount of time. And being that people are also starting to use it as a cheating aspect. Well, art, there was an author, supposed author, who wrote over 100 books using AI. Now, he didn't write 100 books. The AI wrote the books for him. That is called cheating. And it's not plagiarism, being that the AI created these stories for him. I guess he plugged in a narrative and then it gave him the books he wanted. And he, I guess he published them. I don't know how they're doing in sales. It's a different story. But still, guys, people are starting to use them for various reasons, whether that's cheating or pornography or threatening people to get ransom out of them. AI is being used in that manner. And the United States government is like, hold on, this is getting out of hand. So, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, who created ChatGPT, was requested to speak in front of Congress about the scariness of AI and how AI is now being used nefariously on multiple fronts. Also, AI could be used for bigger, scarier situations, according to him. And he had asked ChatGPT himself what are scary scenarios where AI could be used, and these are the results or the things that came out of this questioning of ChatGPT. Now remember, Sam Altman, who created the company OpenAI, who created ChatGPT, which is an AI program, this guy is seeing scary results of AI being used. Now, one of the questions he had asked was, how could AI be used nefariously, or one of the scary scenarios? And it gave him multiple answers. But the first one was autonomous weapons, right? So weapons that AI could control was one of the things that popped up in this conversation, and how a lot of people, even the AI experts and technicians, I think that's what they're called, they have warned amongst their communities that AI could hack into autonomous systems, weapon systems, that is, and have at it. And that's, again, guys, maybe a satellite system in space that has certain weaponry on that satellite. Said satellite could then release hell on whatever country or continent that it wants to, because AI hacked into it. Or AI being used by a person to hack through the security system so that person can get full control over that said satellite and launch whatever they want to launch. Or even in some cases, a missile silo, and launch from there. So again, this is the CEO of ChatGPT asking AI about these situations that could happen. Again, this guy being scared himself of the future and the problems that AI can bring. Now, the godfather of AI, Geoffrey Hinton, this is the guy that left Google, quit rather, because he saw where AI is going. And he said that it's not inconceivable for AI to wipe out humanity. Elon Musk said the same thing, or something similar to that as well. AI, guys, again, is moving so fast, even the experts are like, yo, we got to get a hold of this. So now the government, again, having meetings, or rather hearings with Congress, or in Congress, sorry, with Congress, my bad, and having these meetings about what to do with AI. Now, me and my brother had this discussion probably about a couple weeks ago, and I told him that the government's going to step in, or governments around the world are going to step in, and they're going to try to rein this in. Now, granted that AI can be put on a personal computer and used to whatever capacity it's used to, still, nonetheless, I said that the governments are going to step in and try to rein it back in. And he thinks that it's not going to happen. Then I told him today, I was like, guess what happened? the government is starting to try to weigh in on what to do with AI. Though the government likes to move at a snail's pace, I found this to be interesting that they picked up AI's problem now rather than 5, 10 years down the line. Now, the bigger problem with this autonomous weapon system, guys, if it's an AI run autonomous weapon system and AI talks to AI down here, talks to another AI system, whether that's a missile silo or satellite, some kind of vehicle or aerial vehicle, if you will, whether that's a plane or maybe a submarine that's completely run off of AI, which I think the Chinese are trying to build one. They said they had one. I doubt it very much, but the Chinese supposedly said they have an AI run submarine. Now imagine the AIs are talking to one another and they're like, you know what? Fuck these humans. And then they light it up, right? Again, so this is this is a concern coming from the CEO of OpenAI, which runs ChatGPT. And this is the AI or the AI bot in ChatGPT telling the CEO these are the things that could happen. Now, another thing that came up was deepfakes. Now, in my video, I talked about the problems with AI and how this could destroy us and all this other stuff. I talked about deepfakes and fake porn and things like that. The ChatGPT AI bot said the same exact shit I said 2-3 weeks ago. Maybe he was listening to my video. Nonetheless, guys, if you have a limited imagination, you're going to be surprised and caught off guard with shit that can happen. But if you have an abundance of an imagination or a wild imagination, such as myself, nothing goes unentertained or unimaginated. I can imagine anything. And the fact that the AI bot said the same exact shit with the deepfake, meaning that it could start, AI or a person could start using deepfakes, putting people in certain situations that do not exist, such as porn movies, or putting them in a situation where it looks like they're committing a crime when they're not, right? Or being dragged off to jail, like this guy, right? So this is another problem, or rather, this is another situation that the ChatGPT AI bot said that this can be a big issue. Again, guys, I talked about the deepfake or AI-generated porn pictures of movie stars, and especially these child stars out there. These things are going to be running rampant. Now, they're already starting with celebrities wearing, scantily clad clothing, bikinis, and shit like that. That's only going to get worse. And this is a problem that needs to be head off now. And they're probably going to try to start thinking of jail time. But right now, there's no laws in the book. So it's like the Wild West in the AI world. Now, the ChatGPT bot stated that AI surveillance can be a problem in an authoritarian regime. China's sort of already using something like this now, where they are watching every last person in their country. And if you do something bad, like, I don't know, drop a piece of trash on the ground and don't pick it up, it counts against you, right? If you do this repeatedly, you can't go to the movie theaters, you can't leave China, you can't travel outside of the area you live in. A lot of the places in China are 15-minute cities, believe it or not, but they don't call them that. So imagine you drop a piece of trash on the floor, or you bump a person, and now that score counts against you, and now you can't leave your area, you can't go to the movies. The only thing you can do is go home and watch TV. And over time, act accordingly, and your score goes back up, and now you're in good graces, and then you can go to the movies and travel about. Even to leave China, you need an exceptional scoring to leave China. But with an AI surveillance system that, again, China has, but can be worse in other countries, AI surveillance can also pigeonhole certain groups of people into a way of life that they don't want to lead, but they're forced to lead because the surveillance system is making it so by giving them low scoring. So this is, again, the ChatGPT brought this shit up. I thought that was very interesting. Now, AI also had a concern of social engineering bias. So this is where AI creates a situation that doesn't exist and starts to create division amongst people. We're seeing that now. But now imagine AI is completely in charge of this, or bad actors are using AI to create more division, like we saw a few years ago, where a lot of fake accounts on Facebook were created through the Russians and started creating this division amongst Americans. Now, with AI can do this a lot faster and do it seamlessly, and people wouldn't know. And AI, being a little more on point, can definitely come up with accounts that do not exist. Hell, for all I know right now, guys, some of the people I argue with on the Angry Truth Instagram, and some people I argue with in the comment section of my videos, I could be talking to a completely fake person. I could be talking to AI for all I know. Or I could be talking to some Russian bot. Nonetheless, guys, AI is seemingly knowing what it can do and telling people what it can do by saying social engineering biases in an authoritarian regime can also create problems. It can create civil unrest. It can create civil war. These are the things that, again, now that the government is taking note on, they're like, how could we control this weapon? Now, what they're doing, guys, is they're not concerned about what AI can do. They're more concerned about what AI can do for them, the government. They want to know how they can abuse this. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't care about the nudes and the fake porn and the possibility of shit hacking into the government system. They want to know how they can use this to attack other nations and attack their own people, United States citizen. So, guys, this AI system, this thing is going to get out of control until there's a leash put around it. Now, the opportunity or the time to do it is now, not 5 years, not hell, not even a year from now, not even 6 months from now. Now, you start setting rules, laws, and regulations on this, we're going to have less problems. Don't get me wrong. People are still going to do what they're going to do with AI because you have it on the computer. You can do whatever you want. You can have a fucking awesome picture of Jennifer Aniston, or even worse, have an actual deep fake of Jennifer Aniston banging Ross. Ugh, disgusting. But you get my point. They have to start making rules and regulations now so that that doesn't happen then. All right, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.